Okay, how is everybody doing out there? This is Pete, bright and early. It's 6:40 over here in the beautiful city of Moab. We actually have a fire going on here. The LaSalle Mountains are on fire. They've been on fire for a week, and it doesn't look like the fire's going out. We're going to make this short and simple, and I'm going to get straight to the point. First of all, everybody out there knows I don't like making live videos. One of the reasons I don't like making live videos is because once we get in, and this is anybody that makes videos understands what I'm talking about. Once you get involved in making the video and you start making it, you start rambling on, you start talking, and you're trying to explain what's going on. And sometimes you mispronounce or use the wrong names of the products or subjects that you might be talking about. So I made a video last week. It was a live video. It was a very good video. There's a website on Facebook. It's called Homemade Paint Booths and Garage Restorations. And I liked looking at it. Did you hear what I just said? I said I liked looking at it. And I very rarely ever commented on there. But there was a guy on there that was talking about every time he buffed something, he would get scratches, and he couldn't get the scratches out. So I just happened to be buffing a deck lid for a Mustang. And I went ahead and made a video on that subject of how to color sand and buff the first go around and what you should use and how you should do it. And I used a name of a product because to get a proper job starts out with the product that you're using. And if you use cheap, inexpensive fucking shit, then you're going to get a shit job. Plain and simple. So this is one of the reasons I don't like to make live videos. I'm making a video now, but I don't know if I'm going to continue to make live videos due to this fact. So I was going down the line and naming off products that were cheap, junk, inexpensive, trash. One of them was Eastwood. Go back into my videos and find the video set on, because I got thousands of videos, okay? I got thousands of them. So go back into the video set of the AMC Rambler that I did for a guy several years back. And in that video set, you will see where he purchased Eastwood paint. And it turned out to be total trash. It was junk. We went ahead and used it on the bottom of his car. And I think I had to spray 7 coats of paint to cover 7 or 8 coats. It was just junk. Now, what these companies do, there's companies out there. I'm going to go ahead and explain it, and then we'll get to the point here. We got these companies that make paint. They make paint supplies, and they will put your name, they will take your name and put it on a can. And then you can sell your paint. It's actually their paint, but it has your name on it. Now that's how, wherever Eastwood is getting their paint, Eastwood is owned by Sears and Roebuck, just to let everybody know. So wherever they're getting their paint, that company is putting their label on it. Eastwood does not make their own paint. There's many other companies that follow that procedure, such as Automotive. I did several videos on a product called Wet Candy Clear. Now, this guy made his name popular on the internet by making videos. And the Wet Candy Clear, it turned out to be an Autobahn product that was basically, they called it, what did they call it? Autobahn sells a clear, and I forgot what the name of the clear is. You can check it out. It's very cheap and inexpensive. It's a high solids clear. And he was putting his name on that can and selling it as wet clear. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'll probably take those videos down because the guy that owned wet candy clear, wet clear, that guy ended up being a drug addict. He ripped off several people. There was a while there, I was getting emails, 10 or 20 a day, how they bought this wet clear from this guy and they never received their product and all this other shit. So I finally found out that it was Autobahn making it, and I would direct everybody to Autobahn, and then Autobahn was taking care of all these people that got screwed by this wet candy clear guy. I also, in this video, I'm sure there's people out there that saw the video. It was up for about an hour and a half, and then I reviewed the video and I realized that I mispronounced and missaid names in the video that I didn't mean to say. And we're going to get to that in a minute. So, we got Autobahn that will literally, if you want to sell clear under your name, they will do that for you. I've actually been approached by several companies, and I'm not going to mention names of companies because we might get haters on here that love their product, okay? I'm not going to go ahead and say the names of the companies. I've had dozens of companies come up to me and say, would you like us to make a label and you can sell your own product? It'll be our product, but it'll have your name on it. And I will turn them down immediately. I don't do that shit, okay? I use what I use, and that's what I use. Now, you're always going to get your typical hater piece of shit out there that will disagree with you, but that's fine. In this video that I'm talking about, and if you saw that video, please leave a comment that you saw it. It was a very good video. It explained a lot of, in detail, buffing techniques. Very quick, very simple. Get it done and be done with it. I spoke about a product, 3M. Now, I've been doing this bullshit, this fucking shithole work. That's what this is. It's filthy work. It sucks. You're always on your feet. You're on concrete. You're working in the heat or you're working in the cold. All right? You're working 10, 15, 18 hours a fucking day, 7 days a week to make a fucking living. So I've been doing this shit since I was about 14 years old. So I think I know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to paint and body auto restoration. So you always get your little hater guys out there that think, you know, these guys have been doing it for 6 months or a year, couple of years, think they're better than you and they know what's going on and, you know, they know everything in the world. So I was telling in the video what to use and the simplest, easy way to color sand and buff. Well, the products that I use are 3M. I use 3M rubbing compound and I use Perfect It. That's all I use. That's it. Okay? I use a double-sided wool pad, and I use a black waffle face foam pad. That's it. I'm done. Easy, simple, very cheap and inexpensive, and it does the job perfect. I brought up Harbor Freight, and I brought up orbital buffers, which I think are junk. I would not buff a car with an orbital buffer. That's my opinion. I have the right to tell you how I do it to make the job easy for you. I've been doing this since I was 14 years old. I'm 60 years old now. I think I know more than you do, okay? I've tried every way there is, upside down, right side up, inside, outside, left and right. I know the quickest, easiest way to do it. But you got the haters out there. You got the professionals that know more about it than me. And they're going to tell you that I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm a loser and I'm a clown. I talked about buffing compounds in the bright colored bottles. I said purple bottles with yellow letters and bright pink bottles with fancy names to grab your attention and to buy this product and use it. So I get the haters out there that says, you're stupid, you don't know what you're talking about. CJMS is the best in the world. Take your 3M and stick it in your ass. And all this other crap. You don't know how to buff a car. You don't know what you're doing. Yeah, okay, whatever you say, sir. So that was the first situation. Didn't really bother me. But then we get to the other deal. I'm talking with my hands because I'm mad and I'm pissed off. And this is the reason I don't make live videos. Because when you are making a video, you're concentrating on trying to show the viewer what's going on and how to do it properly. So you got to concentrate on that. So every now and then, you might throw a word or two in there that you mispronounced. Does that make any sense? Have you ever done that? Have you ever got involved in a conversation and you're not really paying attention to what's going on that you're saying because you're too busy of trying to concentrate on what you're doing? So we brought up this name in there called Tamco Paint. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say it again. Tamco, T-A-M-C-O. I've never used Tamco Paint. Okay? I don't know shit about Tamco Paint, but I was using their name in my video. That's the reason I took the video down, because I was not intentionally using the name Tamco. Am I ever going to use Tamco? No, I'm not. I use what I use. I like what I use, and that's what I'm going to use. But we had dozens and dozens of haters. Even Tamco, their YouTube channel that has 53 subscribers or whatever the fuck they got, gets on my video and calls me a piece of shit. I've never used Tamco. The name that I was saying, or should I say what I was referring to, is Tremco, made by a company named Transtar. Many, many years ago, I had a salesman come to my shop. This was probably 35 years ago. And he was selling Transtar / Tremco paints. This is when I was doing a lot of collision work. So I was buying the Tremco Clear, and this is when urethane clears first hit the market. I'm going to show you a can. This is the only can that I could find. They don't even make Tremco anymore. Transtar is now Transtar, but it used to be called Tremco, okay? And if you look right here, you can see the name Tremco, all right? So they used to make, Tremco used to be its own brand, all right? So Tremco was bought out by this company named Transtar. But Tremco, which was made by, look here, B.F. Goodrich. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see that. Let me get the can. Here we go. Okay, so it was made by B.F. Goodrich Company, and I used to use that clear coat when I did collision repairs. Okay. So when you aren't thinking and you're talking and you're doing stuff with your hands and you're trying to explain and teach somebody something, the word might be mispronounced. Okay? Let's really think this over here. Tamco, Tremco, Tamco, Tamco, Tremco, Tremco, Tamco, Tremco, Tamco. Do you understand the situation? I've never even heard of Tamco. The only time I ever heard about this paint company Okay, and I shouldn't even be pronouncing their name because they'll probably think that I'm hating on them. The only time I ever heard of it was in this this Facebook group, this social group called Homemade Paint Booths and Garage Restorations. Well, I guess since I accidentally used the word Tamco instead of Tremco, the Facebook group has blocked me from being on there. I'm an asshole and I'm a jerk and I'm a loser. So we have removed the video because I made a mistake by using the word Tamco instead of Tremco. Back in the day, Tremco was a very, very popular product made by B.F. Goodrich, which was purchased and bought out by Transtar. Transtar put them out of business. So if you buy Tramstar and you use Transtar, oh, I'm sorry, I just said Tramstar with an M, not an N. I just said that. Did you hear that? I said Tramstar, not Transtar. I'm sorry. So if you own a company named Tramstar, please forgive me, sir. Please. I'm sorry. Transtar bought out Tremco and converted everything to Transtar. I don't use Transtar. Okay? So, am I going to sit here and apologize to this company called Tamco? No, I'm not. Because they got on my YouTube channel and told me to basically get fuck off. You're a piece of shit. You're an asshole. You're a jerk off. You don't know shit about us. Now, I think I don't know who runs their YouTube channel or whatever, but I think it's one of the people that are one of the owners comes. So you get on here on a YouTube channel and you start landishly and violently cussing at somebody, but you're supposed to be a big professional, small American company. I believe in small American companies. I'm a small company in America. I work 7 days a week right here. A lot of people out there think I'm some rich ass because I just happen to own a shop for 30 fucking years in Dallas and paid for a house in Dallas for 23 years and then sold it so I can do this. So whatever the deal is with this Tamco paint company, good luck for you, okay? And whatever your situation is with the way you color Santa Buff, I'll tell you what, jerk. Get a camera like I got and start making your own videos and showing everybody in the world how great your product is. Instead of getting on this channel and telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm a stupid ass and I'm stupid and dumb and I'm an idiot and a clown. I don't see anything that you're posting except idiot comments. That's the trouble with the world today. This is what the internet has done with society, not just here in America, around the world. Has turned everybody into haters and scumbags and jerks because they can get away with it. You can get on a thing like this and cuss the world out and think you're the biggest man in the world, but you're only this tall. I've called a lot of people out. I've called a lot of people. I said, you got my address. I advertise. Everybody that watches this video knows exactly where I'm at. Okay? But no one ever shows up and does anything about it. They get on here and leave idiot comments. So as far as Tamco goes, I don't know anything about their product. I've never used it. I might order some paint and do a review on it. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll get some Tamco paint and I'll buy some Tamco clear. And then I'll go ahead and I will do that. I'll go ahead and do a review on Tamco. We got a guy here, Mr. Smartmouth. I'm going to go ahead and get on the video on my computer because he's being an outlandish, loudmouth pile of junk. So we're going to go ahead and block him. See if I can get on this. There we go. Brian, you've seen Rapple Rizzo. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and block this guy because he's a jerk. And then we're going to go ahead and hide him from our channel. Okay, there you go. Okay. Okay, Brian, I'll grope your wife, Rizzo. Gee, gosh. There's a good example of losers, people. Okay. Let me turn that down. There's a good example of total closet clown. What can I say? Hiding in the corner. Puny. Can I go ahead and use the word puny? Cockroach. Pathetic pile of junk. That's what he is. There's your, okay, read it. Scroll back down and read it. Okay. So, yeah, I might go ahead and get some Tamco and review their paint. So, am I going to apologize to him? No, I was actually going to email him until I saw the foul-mouthed, junk-ass comments that Tamco decided to leave, all because I accidentally used their name. I took the video down. Okay? I'm going to say it one more time. Tramco. Tramco. In the video that I made, and anybody that's seen it, oh, looky here. We still got Brian Bass. Okay, we're going to go ahead. Brian Bass and the Lock Rizzo. Okay, is that the same guy? Okay, this guy here's Rizzo and gropes his wife. Okay, so that guy, he's just an idiot. We'll be watching that guy as well. Brian Bass in the Lock Rizzo. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure thing, buddy. I'll tell you what, you get some really, really outlandish and just, here's another guy. Here he is, look. Yeah. Anyway, so you see what's going on here, people? Are you watching? That's the kind of action you got. That's the kind of action you got right there. You should be fucking welcome, whore. Huh. Wow. It's amazing, people, that it's really amazing. I mean, you know, it's really, really amazing. Okay, this is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. I don't like making live videos, but I will make live videos. And one day I'll go ahead and I will remake that video because it was actually a very good video. And as far as homemade paint booths and garage restorations go, I'm sorry, okay? I'm really, really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. So let me do this. Let me let everybody go. And y'all have a great day. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful life and times. Sometimes you make mistakes in life. I accidentally said Tamco instead of Tremco. That's why I removed the video. My mistake. I took it off. Plain and simple. We'll see you all later. Take it easy, my friend Pete. Your friend Pete. I might do a review on Tamco. But should I? What if I don't like the paint? What if I don't like it? If I don't like it, and I say that I don't like it, gosh, my YouTube channel might get blown up with haters that hate me. You know, it is a personal preference if you like something, if you don't like something. Am I right? I didn't like Tremco. I said, I accidentally used their name, but I said it was Tremco I was talking about. So maybe I shouldn't do a review. Because if I do a review and it doesn't turn out the way that I am used to using it, then I'll get haters on there saying, you don't know what you're talking about. You're old school. You're stupid. You don't use new products because you're a stupid ass. You're an old piece of shit. So it's a catch-21. So no, I probably won't be reviewing Tamco. And no, I will not use Tamco. But at least I was nice enough to remove the video where I used the name Tamco.